afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacaster. Me, host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on Crossroads wins in the north. It is Educated, fighting for the Soviet Union, socialism, Communist Stalin. Taking on the role here of the first Guards mechanized corps in the south. It is Fortune, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the elite first Panzer Division here with mobile defense. They've rarely seen doctrines of late in 1 versus 1 after they changed how the Puma works and also nerfed the command tank. Triple infantry versus Guard motor. Airborne troops and shock rifle triple infantry as well for Educated. We got heavy grenadier build there for Fortune so far. No sign of the machine gun gewehr flying field stick with which to push the Soviets' heads into the snow. Fortune has other plans, other strategies, other gambits to exploit. As Educated move these inside here. Conscripts laying down sandbags heavily. Engineers seizing up points here, pushing for these and fuel point there. We'll have to see what happens here between these two players. Also, as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me and helps you get more videos and all that. So, if you do that, it'd be very kind of you. All the way heading east is the Grenadiers. We'll be seeing another Grenadier squad here. We'll be seeing the MD-42 there for Fortune. We get a third Grenadier squad there, third conscript here so far for Educated. So far, it's not going very hard for the Western fuel point. Interesting move there by Fortune, steadily pushing eastwards here. Third eastern point is secured almost here. Coming up there, no sandbags here. Interestingly enough, from Educated. Third Grenadier squad almost done there for Fortune, and the German army points are being seized. Slow advancing so far, finding about 10 by the car pump. With the conscripts there. Shots fired, and consequently ducking behind cover. Here we got conscript Grenadiers as well there. Ooh, shots fired, but they go conscript close. The Grenadiers will lose close range usually here to the conscripts, unless they get in some very lucky hits and actually kill some models very fast. So far, that does might have a small chance of working out for Fortune though. In the south, the opponent's going for the news, something up with MP40s was the mercenary guards and engineers there. Go looks like the Grenadiers actually winning that engagement. Close one there though for Fortune. Up north here, conscripts there. Oh, running onto us, the Grenadiers light cover. Feels like a bit of a mistake there. Miseducate, maybe misclick. All the Grenadiers are definitely winning at that one as well. Grab these and fuel point Grenadiers setting out. A fourth Grenadier squad there for Fortune. Fourth conscript there for Educated. Hard to say what Fortune is planning at, except a heavy Grenadier build. But obviously we go for stuff support. And we got mobile defense with counterattack tactics being active. Wow. It's a really overlooked ability space. You can see that allows you to grab neutral territory incredibly fast. It doesn't allow you to decap territory fast, but again, allows you to just grab it really fast there. So it's in that sense a pretty neat ability. Plus, it actually lasts quite some time. So all of a sudden, he's just seizing fuel points, other points here. Very fast, round Educated's nose car point. They quickly seized fuel point, and then once it went into neutral, will also be swiftly seized there. But Fortune can push back there. Almost got the Western fuel point as well. So, interesting strategy here by Fortune so far. I mean, Fortune is certainly a player who likes to, at times, go off of the charts there off the territory. I think also hasn't been playing the game so much as lately, but seems to have been shining there. Oh, wait, moving about here. Car point on hit, but at the same time, of course, he's almost got the eastern fuel point here. Grenadiers almost got it. In fact, almost done. You can see that it happens at an incredibly rapid pace. There we go. Fuel point on these secured as well. Fortune is bound to at least somewhat turn himself. He's going for a fifth Grenadier squad here versus Educated. Fortune is definitely going his own way here in today's match versus Educated. Of course, Educated, I imagine, will be trying to figure out what the hell he's up to. And sometimes one of your best tools can just be leaving your opponent absolutely unsure what your opponent is doing. What are the fascists doing now, Dimitri? I don't know. I'm afraid, Yuri. Hold me. Yet, that's only something the bourgeoisie does. Socialists shake hands. Seizing the western fuel point there. Grenadiers retreating here. Fortune needs to line up his force for a counterattack with a bunker up there. No sign of tech yet there for Fortune. Grenadiers look like they're going to head straight there for Educated's car. Fortune trying to turn the tips on at least on that side against him. But 5 Grenadier build. We'll be going for a 2.5 and then to back up the Grenadiers to the front line, since, I mean, with that he's going to be suffering some heavy manpower bleed, or at least he risks it. So, I mean, a 2.5 at least to keep them going on the front line could be quite helpful there for Fortune, keeping his infantry more mobile here versus Educated. We'll have to see, of course, what he does. Back here we got medics up there for Educated, nothing further there as of yet beyond that. Grenadiers retreating, getting healed up, seizing the eastern victory point. Bunker upgrading here for the medics for Fortune. But yeah, counterattack tactics, pan tactician, Ostrom reserves, the Puma, and the command tank. And of course, the Ostrom reserves in this case means you get 2 Ostrom Scorps, may have a chance of getting a light. They have a light machine gun there. Swamp company out there for Educated, probably going to go for a maximum response here to Fortune's heavy infantry build. Going for the car bond here. They of course need to cover not to extend. In fact, Fortune's forces right now are scattered quite thinly, so he needs to be, I think, very cautious about this. This could easily backfire on him if he's not You know, very, very careful about this. By the way, cop on the hit, heading westwards there. Gonna lead us the conscripts. Close to winning that one then, with more troops in there from Educated. Fought backs off the Grenadiers, which I think is the right move there. Needs to take out faster to begin bring up more stuff. I think to back up the Grenadiers here, if he's not planning on a machine gun. Finally gets around the car front. Grenadiers actually being in the conscript. There you go. Educated's men pushed off here. Nothing further going on in the base, and we in fact got a straight move to tempt 10 command, taking advantage. I think there's a should push for fast armor here. I think try and catch the Grenadiers, build off guard with that. Counterattack tactics using the fuel point there in the west, around the point here as well. Again, just last a minute, just for 35 minutes, you can just grab so much head to it faster. Grenadiers continue to got the carve point here. And these Grenadiers got captured in the conscript squad there in a really bad spot, out of cover, and there you go, force no way. Conscript there being slowly bled up by the Grenadiers. We have taken down the way for Fortune finally, and there you go, coming towards the fuel point. And of course, they're not going to be able to quite easily cap that fast. In fact, if you get access to the rifle gate soon enough, you can push the conscript that way. I'll grab the car point. Grenadiers falling back from here finally. Eastern victory point seized. A bit more activity on the front line here. Probably shouldn't have been to contest the fuel point there from being cut off or rendered neutral. Seems like the Fortune decides to play it safe there. Like to make a nice company up. Grenadiers getting ready. There we go, conscript pushed off. Of course, he can rush in the Grenadiers, though now counterattack wears off, so not quite sufficient. Either way, though, using the counterattack tactics. Well, counterattack. Like to make nice company almost done. Grenadiers are healing and forcing. Could we see a Puma here from Fortune? Who knows? Now the engagement between Fortune and Educated conscripts Grenadiers again. Lots of one-on-one engagements like this, just between one Grenadier squad, one conscript squad. Quite interesting to note there. But there you go. More troops arriving here. Fortune are going to be pushed a bit beyond the limit. Almost got the western fuel point here back again. Grenadiers advancing up the eastern side again. Might go straight for the car point. We got troops in there to protect. I think against such a move here by Fortune. Educated starting I think to see partially through here. Fortune's move. Nothing further going on here. Get 250.5 tech with all these Grenadiers. I think would be a very strong choice. It's just whenever people like go for heavy Grenadier build, they rarely consider that. Yet I think it's a pretty good move there. But anyways. You could also just go for the 2-2. Or of course you could go for the pack foot. In fact, he may have to go for that unless he's actually planning on somehow trying to rush out a Puma, which would be something else. As for sure, it would be something else. May also want to consider upgrading some of the Grenadiers soon. Like even wants to spend munitions on counterattack tactics. He still, I think, has to roughly the resources for some light machines. But there you go. Said he's actually laying on telemines and aggressively note here the way he's doing it. Good work there by Fortune. Certainly something not all players may quite consider. Catching his opponent, laying down mines nearby as well. Cheeky mining from both. Got the car point. He can actually pop counterattack tactics again. Tempting command range silent. Probably going to push out the T-70 here, but he's once more being cut off by the fuel here by Fortune's raider tactics. And there you go. Fortune is taking up. He will likely try and push out a Puma here versus Educated. Engineers setting out there for Educated in the Red Army. Got the point here. Almost got the point. Going to neutral here. Engineers going for the car point. Tech slowly on the way there. Will he pop counterattack tactics again here versus Educated, trying to see some points faster. Grenadiers assaulting the Engineers. Fuel upon there. Left behind. Looks like he moved a bit too fast there. Mr. Educated. Possibly in front of the Fortune's more aggressive Grenadier movements. Halfway done here. Could begin popping counterattack tactics. Of course, he nailed it to the side. He's got other things to do with the munitions. We got some marching kits of hazard removal packages. Take almost done. And as soon as Educated has the fuel, he does not waste a second to just press that button, get the T-Cent, and he can just how badly he feels he needs it. Got these some fuel to secure. They're going to be rushed for the conscripts, getting some kills in there already. Pioneers continue to hold off the counter. They need to retreat soon as well there. And there we go, counter being slowly bled out here. Just engagements all over the place between Fortune and Educated. Both players sort of more mobile, flexible. One's going to say, need to retreat now. Look sook, look sook. Scheiße, Fortune. That's going to be a wild thing unless he gets very lucky here. Yeah, he didn't. That was a bit of a waste. Flare mines there. Still some time for one calling the Puma. He has the tech now. He just needs the fuel. But now he's going to have to defend against the T-7 as all this is happening. And he's, of course, not quite connecting with his own fuel point in the west. So we've got the T-7 light tank out here for Educated. We've got the Panther squad on the way there for Fortune. May go for Pantrax at least by time for the Puma to arrive here against this tiny tank terror that Educated will soon be unleashing upon him. And Eastern side we got going to bring up there for Fortune. Going up the center. T-7 sitting out there for Educated and the Red Army. The T-7, as a fun fact, was actually more expensive to produce than the T-3476. and was in many ways just a stopgap tank as they shifted production further east into the Soviet Union for the T-34 and other tanks. Gunning against the Conquerors there. Pentagon is out. No Panzer 6, looks like it wasn't the plan at all. Always close to the Puma there. We got educated with shock rifle. A shocking choice there. Gunning being overwhelmed here by educated infantry. Seconds away from the Puma being able to call in there, but fortunately, of course, going to take some further time for it to arrive and then really challenge educated. Gun is retreating. Pentagon is moving up here. Puma on the way there for fortune. Not quite as quick to press the button as educated were to get the T-70 button pressed, but you know, still kind of fast. Flare goes off and they're going to use this, go for the cough on again, constantly in there. They're heavily depleted. Panzers they're pushing forward to the German army. Their assault rifles spewing out lead against the socialists. There you go, pushing them back. There was Jumgear 5, Puma halfway down there for fortune, and the first Panzer Division Western Point being seized. Panzer Squad infantry fort gets wiped out. That'd be a huge blow here to fortune if he did lose them. Got the Western Point here. Seems like he's forgetting to use munitions now. No upgrades for the grenadiers, no mines, no counterattack tactics. Or is there some other plan here that Fortune has that we are not privy to? Some scheme which evades our petty mortal minds. And there you go. Grenadier squad here, Panzerfaust and the T-70 light tank. Going for the co-op on this and the counterattack tactics. But now we do have the Puma, the 234-2 armoured car. There were all total of 4 variations on the 234 armoured car. The Puma was the one produced in the fewest numbers. As German High Command was worried it would make German tank or armoured car crews a bit too bold, and so they switched over to some slightly more assault gun and tank destroyer versions of it, but with a fixed gun rather than a turn. There you go, T-70 knocked out by the Puma. It has taken some damage, but with some infantry support it should be able to get out of there. Quick shot there with its 15mm gun. Still not good for the gun, it's still flooding a lot of munitions. It's a bit strange there for Fortune. Comes there taking damage, got the co-op on there, reconnecting the rest of the fuel. Good work there by Fortune. We'll have to see what Educated does next. He's got a SIS-3 gun moving in there. Very good. Flare mines down there. Good flare mining by Educated. Puma holding back close to Veterans 1. Can use the sense of victory point. Comes from the east here. We got Molotov against the Grenadiers. Fortune's men a bit exposed out in the open. Have to fall back before they get burned to a crisp. Would certainly be a bit of waste there to have them incinerated. Bring out the centre. More pioneers there for Fortune. Probably help the repairs and such. He can also build a supplement corps afterwards. Maybe begin pushing out some armour to back up the Puma. Flak Panther work with the Puma could be a quite good, I think, combo there. Also with the infantry and light vehicles to again. The Puma course then keeps it somewhat safe from armour. I'm just going to say bring in a Stug or something else. Level 2 of course what Fortune does, but it could be a sort of way to do it. We got 500 to 291. Fortune has a nice victory point leader. Educated by noting the one in the cemetery has not been touched at all. It's almost like he thinks it's haunted or something. And is afraid to go there. Or the ghosts will come for him in the night. And make him listen to Spice Girls. And as Panther hunting down the conscripts, Puma keeps flying around the building. Shots impacting upon the facade of the house, but not really making much of an impact there. Mechanized armor companies, Educated decide to scale up the fighting here versus Fortune. Pioneers are catching the SIS-3 gun. We got the conscripts in the building, providing carving fire there for the field gun to retreat the Pioneers on the west side. Continue fighting with the carve point here. Panther they're going to try and flank up behind, but they're getting focused down here by Educated conscripts, and Fortune is lacking support to really push through with them. I think he's going to retreat the conscripts. Panther, there we go, grenade attempted. Quick retreat there from Educated. Panther's about to get wiped out. He's retreating. In fact, there's also mining he needs to be worried about. He doesn't know it, of course, but he needs to. That was a close one. Puma taking damage there. And he's flanking up here. Still no upgrades for Fortune's men, and besides the minesweepers, and it's not really a lot of mines. I'm a bit just concerned about how Fortune all of a sudden sees freezing all munitions expenditures. Like he's trying to look tough on fiscal spending for his voters. Going for tier 4 here. Interesting strategy. Puma into tier 4. We'll have to see what it goes from there though. We'll have to see what it goes for from there. Then he's pushing for the car point again. Actually dodging the mine impressively enough. But he is still flowing light munitions. I'm surprised that there's just no sign of light machine guns. It's just all these conscripts, just a lot of grenadiers, light machine guns can themselves just be a pretty solid pick. So it is a bit curious here that Fortune is just not really going there. We got more mines on here for Fortune. In this case, S mines. Very good. At least some of the munitions have started being spent here versus Educated, which is at least what matters. I mean, as long as you're spending it, at least overlooked somewhat. He's not going for light machine guns, but they are pretty good. So I'm still a bit surprised, but it's just more that he wasn't going for light machine guns or laying down mines. It was starting to look a bit, curious, or any of the counter-attack tactics. Hitting the fuel pond there again. Though he needs to get his car pond back there as well, but he has not been able to secure. In fact, falls back here a bit in shambles as Educated launches another counter-attack here. Got the Eastern fuel. Maybe Panzer go up there for Fortune. Knows where his strategy is leading. Got a maximum leather for Educated. He's still got some time for calling in the armour. I'm being to see what armour choice he decides to go for here. He could go for the KV-8. He could go for T-34-76, but they struggle a bit with the Puma, depending on how the Puma player handles it. Or, of course, could just try and solve for the IS-2, which would be a bit more risky. But I imagine Fortune wouldn't mind, since I'd allow him to more easily go for what he wants to here from the heavy Panzer Corps. Heavy fighting again here in the west. Conscripts Grenadiers. Back to floating lot of munitions. Panzer flanking the building. Grenadiers willing to support as well. Really would like some upgrades here for the Grenadiers. I'm sure the Grenadiers would like to as well. Quick bomb grenade there. Ooh. Good grenade there. Almost got a full wipe there. Panzers have been forced away. Got the car front here, but again, struggling with overall control here. And we got a Panzerwerfer here from Fortune. I'm not entirely sure I'm a big fan of that. I mean, he does have the Puma to defend against armor, but I'm not entirely sure this is all the Puma situation you really want to go for. Like, I think here Sturm Panzer would be a better pick. There's all the infantry support weapons, a bit more consistent as well. Or even a Panther, to be honest. Like, if Educated was sticking much harder with support weapons than the likes, I could understand a Panzerwerfer, but with Educated's force still being primarily composed of infantry, the Panzerwerfer can work, but there's also a good chance he just ends up whiffing a lot. Oh, there we go. Finally got light machines away for his Grenadiers. One squad there got ready. Second squad, in fact, most of the squads now are ready. Good. Took him an awful long time then. Again, I feel like he'll be doing a bit better here if he'd gone for them sooner, but better late than never. And there you go. We got the Panzer 42 up here for Fortune. When he's chatting 40, others taking damage here. And we got shock troopers here to put pressure then Fortune. In which case, at least he's good. He's finally got the machines up. Panzer something up there, ready to fire 10, 15 centimeter rockets. Same as used by the Nebelwerfer. Firing off rockets against the Maxim. Got at least reasonably close enough to do enough damage, but didn't quite land the full wipe. Still 5 kills is pretty good. Panzer moving forward, Puma moving ahead as well here. And the West Coffin being harassed again. He probably should consider some S-mines on that point, to be honest. Also, counter scores there, upgrading size here for Educated. Very good Puma charging forwards there. 1 kill so far. Veterans you want. Big push in the east here by Educated. Outmaneuvering here Fortune's the right flank, which is completely wide open. Puma hits a mine. Oh, shite. So that's going to go down, I think. He could get lucky, but there's also every chance he does. And there you go. Puma down. A tragic blow here to the German army. Now Fortune has no anti-tank weapons, which leaves means he's more exposed. Oh, the Puma got abandoned. Oh my. I guess there's still a tiny hope, but there you go. Educated very much puts the nail in that coffin. But there you go. Fortune's pants on this. Take out the shock trooper, leaving Educated there, short of an elite infantry squad there, which I think should somewhat compensate for the loss of the Puma, though, of course. It's not going to help us with the tanks, and of course at this point it does look like Educated's playing for the eyes to realise that Fortune is stalling for something big, and particularly with the Panzerwerfer obviously knows he's going for the heavy Panzer Corps, which means the IS-2 is going to be safer since he's not going to be worried about, say, being hit by a fast Panzer IV and Ostman, which keeps leaving in a bad spot. So in this regard, the IS-2 becomes suddenly a lot safer, and it, again, can be the risk of trying to go for T4, there's a Wehrmacht, in particular, and then also go for the Panzerwerfer, which is not known for its tank busting abilities. Not in game, at least. I mean, in theory, of course, landing a lot of rockets on top of the tank might be able to burst us out, since most tanks are actually quite vulnerable to artillery fire, since the top armor was quite weak, since they weren't exactly expected to take a lot of heavy artillery fire. So I'd like to see what Fortune does. He may have to get out Pack 40, though. He may have to. You also need to fight a bit better for the fuel, and that's certainly also one thing that Fortune's struggling a bit with. Like, his strategy certainly has been quite innovative and certainly novel in a lot of ways, but there's been some issues there, I think, just in terms of fuel control, which I think has slightly held it back as well there a bit. Even he's been able to disrupt his opponent's fuel as well. I feel like he could be doing a bit better in keeping his own fuel open versus educated. But anyways, Carp one hit again in the east. Grand Eastern Nations. Still no sign of counterattack tactics. It's almost like he's forgotten the ability exists now. Second Panther Barrage basically dead bugger all. Educated getting close to the IS-2 heavy tank. Sees Eastern fuel again. Got the point here. Still no counterattack tactics. Got the Eastern point there. Remaining Grenadier squad could stand to be upgraded. The light machines will have as well of educated infantry. Action there's the Grenadiers. Contra flanking in there. Go Molotovs up. Got a nice upgrade there for educated. Thumbs up. Western points being claimed again. Still no sign of counterattack tactics. These was the conscripts and engineers. Just feels like a bit of a shame here again, considering how aggressive he used early on. He just has entirely stopped using it. Panther almost good to go again there for Fortune. Fun fact about the Panther, the Waffen says operate their own version is actually fight Katyusha rockets. They initially start out with ones they capture from the surge, but they actually eventually begin making their own. So, little fun fact there. Mine's going down here for educated. Troops are healing reinforcing. Contemplate the eastern point here. He may have to go for a Panther because I was going to have a very hard time against the IS-2, and of course he's going to find that out in a few moments once the IS-2 hits him. Oh, he went for the command tank. I feel like there might be a slight disconnect there for Fortune, and he just doesn't care, but I feel like the command tank right here is a bit of an awkward pick, if not a slightly bad move here. I mean, obviously it's going to be great with the infantry, but she's starting to figure, you know, he's going to have to worry about enemy armor, and the command tank isn't great against tanks. In fact, it's kind of bad. Rubbish, even. So the Command Panther 4 here appears like a bit of a puzzling choice. There we go. Suddenly he remembers counterattack tactics. Suddenly. Comes to taking us hit. There with 4 men down to a single high-close shell here from the Panther 4 command tank. And it's Stummel there, as it was known. The gun there, farthest sort caliber gun there, which would be primarily used by the end of the war. Or the later stage of war on half-tracks. And the armored Catholics on the 234. They had the -3 version. They actually used the same gun as there, but sort of more like, you know, an assault gun. So a little fun fact there. Little fun fact there. Panther they actually managed to get a wipe by the looks of it. At least kill something. And there you go. I still have a tank out here for educated at the 22-minute mark. And of course, Fortune right now is in trouble since he has nothing that can stop it. Like he's at best he can go for the Pack 40 for now, but even that's going to struggle there on its own. Versus the IS-2 with a command to sort of maybe absorb some of the fire. The Pack 40 on its own is going to struggle. Of course, he still needs to get the Pack 40 up because he doesn't have it. There he goes. Got on the way. Probably he heard the sound of the IS-2's engine, which of course makes a very difficult to mistake sound. Goes to the engineers. In the south, he's got Grenadiers, Panzer with the conscript. They're heavy fighting air for the Eastern Victory Point. He got 454 was 193. I mean, in this regard, Fortune is very much leading. If only he was leading just as much in the fuel, he would be, I think, in a much stronger position. And his tier 4 rush, I think, would also worked out better. And in this regard, there is certainly a bit of a disconnect there, considering again how much he's been trying to, like, you know, push for tier 4. It seems like, and he's going for an aggressive tech strand. He's not been able to very consistently get the fuel under his control to at least make it work better. Also, he's forgotten to grab the car on this. He's not got the Western fuel connected here. Panther Dogs getting wiped. Another transport. They're bleeding out. Educated again. Almost. There we go. Gets the wipe. Very good. He's flanking up here. Command tank versus the IS-2 to get the IS-2 out there. Pack 40 down here for Fortune. But likely he's going to lose the command tank unless he pops smoke. Oh, Neben. And yeah, he did pop it. Command tank down here. Pioneers need to get out of this one for the IS-2. Blast them to Kingdom Come. And there you go. Fritz quickly joins the command tank crew in hell. Shocked was going on the way. The Education replaced the infantry. They got lost. At least compensate for the losses for now. So there you go. Panzer Abwehrkanone field to out there for Fortune and the German army. Got 454 to 188. Roaming about here aggressively. Back here, troops reinforcing. Panther moving ahead. They're 9 kills, half 8 to 1. The leader squad looks like it's going to get exterminated. There you go. Wiped out here by educated science survey tank. Panther firing. Probably going to try and aim the console there. In this regard, I mean, Fortune needs to avoid blind firing. Just hoping to get lucky. He's actually trying to aim for units and work them out. So, good work there by Fortune. Good work, but his situation is certainly rapidly deteriorating all of a sudden as again he's only got a single pack for trying to stop the IS-2, and Educated seems to have caught on to this. Again, he's realised that Fortune's strategy has a few janks in it, and he is very much looking to just wreck it. So Fortune needs to somehow, you know, stabilise and stall, probably bring up another pack 40 at this stage, and then go for the Panther. Going up to the mines, Detelamine. Panther they're pushing eastwards there for the German army, got the maximum they're holding up. There we go, ace level, popping counter attack, taking. There you go, catching the maximum in a pretty bad position. Got Ganiza backing up the Pioneers, going for the car point, pack 40 moving in there. Still on additional packs, Panther moving forward there for the car point. Ganiza's got these victory point, grab these munitions. Got, ooh, mine's going off, and the Panther's there to hit eastwards. Ganiza's grabbing these munitions, almost got the car point. Panther taking Marnicaz there, we got 23 kills on the Panther, gonna deal it. Got mines on the car point, good work there by Educated. Good work. Grenadiers pushing forward to the core team, careful about the IS-2. Pack 40 to keep pace here. Got the car point, maybe just want to retreat the Panther since another mine could easily wipe them. The course would be quite costly fortune in this current state. It would be very difficult to replace them in more than normal, obviously. MD-42 here, I guess. Obviously going to help us in the infantry and somewhat the support weapons, but not particularly good for dealing with us. There you go. Wives Engineer Squad. Notable loss there for Educated. Pack 48. Canadians being bombarded with incendiary artillery there. Falls off the centre victory point still. We got 439 versus 185. Fortune seems to beat out Educated. Very good. But he needs to work on the fuel there. He needs to, like, get the fuel flowing. Indians on the way there. IS-2 rolling back, it seems. There's a minor repairs. Got 8 kills on it. Close to Edson, 2-1. Grenadiers Panzers reinforcing their Fort Fortune, heading westwards. Can almost use counter-attack tactics again. Central victory point being seized there. Looks like he's starting for the Panthers, and at this point that'd be the best move. That or, you know, back-taking for Stugs. But if you don't want to actually want to use, like, you know, the heavy Panzer Corps, yeah, he needs a Panther right now. Sturm Panther, I think, would be suicidal alongside another command tank. In fact, again, that first command tank still feels like a very questionable choice there by Fortune. Shock to the court. Didn't move out on the way before the Panther could be able to hit them. So a bit of good work there by Educated. Nice 2 there, fixed again, ready to move out there for the Red Army. And his knees moving ahead, we got the maximum, they're moving up as well. He's get back to heavy cover there. Ooh, yeah, he's not going to do it in time. Getting the car on there. Shock troops in pursuit. He's holding back to heavy cover. He's about to get wiped. There we go. Quick retreat. Also got the mine spotted, but not disabled. Those 2 charging gunners need to fall back. They're about to get wiped out there if they're not careful. Cover shattered. Next is one. There goes. Going for the Maxim pack shoots. Bounce off the IS-2's thick frontal armor. Maxim there routed as well. His Fortune assault shows no signs of slowing down until, of course, the IS-2 lands a direct hit. And there you go. Grenadiers taking now 10 kills versus 1. In the center of the machine, and they keep continuing covering there. We got 439 versus 174. And we got the K-8 flame for taking for Educated. That's going to make things much more difficult there for the Pack 40, of course. And it's going to further necessitate Fortune going for a Panther, because even if you see where to go for the Panther Strike, I mean, he'd still struggle with the K-8 since he's very good at dealing with the, you know, Packs and Panther Strike teams, since they just die very quickly with his flames. Those 2 pack shoots there, bounces again. We got better to run it. 3 hits, Squirrels blown apart alongside Jürgen. Very close to the Panther, but we are still roughly a minute away from it. He's still short on fuel, and he's certainly not helping him with the control he's losing there. Too Educated. Pack setting up. He target weak point might be his best bet here. Having to get lucky with it. No dice there. Maybe he's waiting. His pack's just going to get wiped. But continue, doesn't want to waste the munitions, I suppose. KB8 tank almost done. Really gonna need that fuel soon for that Panther. Otherwise, Fortune is gonna be in some deep sauerkraut. And he's about to get wiped out. He's trying to Panther fast instead. End up costing him a Grenadier squad. He's already shot infantry, or at least his beans have become shot infantry. So not really, I think, an affordable loss there for Fortune, the German army. Further film defense against Educated. Pack shoots, bounce off the IS-2's side armor. Second shot goes through though. Back here, troops moving forwards. Got panzers in eastwards. Pioneers squatting westwards. Got a mine coming the entrance. Then we've got shock troopers blocking any exit from the west side. Very good. KB8 charging forward here. Stalin's Dragon is on the move. And Fortune's got great search bombs. There you go. Panther Fast again now along in front of the pack 40. May just work out here. There we go. He still needs some distance. There you go. Seconds away. He can go for the Panther now. He should go for the Panther. Panther's equipped with machine gun. Get the Panther, Fortune. There we go. Panzerkampf for Fortune, the German army. We've got 123 with 174. Panzer dealing with assist, but there you go. Eyes moving in to assist it. Where's the Panzer going to deal? Forcing their way there. Forcing them away. Got the KB8 falling back there with a damaged engine. Back here, troops reinforcing. Panzer still intact. Could fire again now. 12 killed. Close to veterans. 1 still. Katyusha rocket launch for Educated side. He also wants some big rocket artillery. And there you go. Panzer firing again. Shock troops taking quite a bit of damage, but no significant damage there. No significant damage. Well, no significant casualties. And obviously they took significant damage, but nothing, that turns out with anyone dead. Figure being hauled back. Mine goes off in the west. Machine gunners moving in there. Panther almost down there for Fortune, the German army, the 1st Panzer Division. Got the centre point here. KB is too good to go. And there you go. Panzerkampf for Rabing. Will Fortune be able to leverage the Panther to victory? You should probably consider getting out several of them, I think, to make this probably work. Now we got Ostrom filling up here. Quickly adding some light machine guns. On the west here we got going to need to retreat soon. Panther moving eastwards. Need to come up to push it too far ahead. Panther supporting. Quickly causing heavy damage to the comes there. Ooh, they charge straight out and they're taking further more damage. You got 27 kills on the Panther Canadians of these ace infantrymen. There you go, Constance routed. KB moving back quickly caught here by the Panther, and it's mighty high velocity 10 from the gun. Shoots and misses. Pack shoots, gets a hit there. Needs to go, of course, not to send the Panther into a mine. That'd be quite catastrophic there for Fortune. Shot bounced off the KB8's arm. Oh! Yeah! Looks like you had made a mistake there with the rally points. And Fortune sees an opportunity, takes out the Katyusha. That's a big blow there to Educate. Always mindful of your rally points, because it becomes very vulnerable units there. Nice little win there for Fortune. It's Ostrom the charging hand. They're not exactly assault infantry. It's not going to be much great there. They'd be better off on the flanks with some combined or some counter-attack tactics to these points. Ostrom squad about to get wiped out. Light going to get wiped out there, so they barely didn't do much. The machine, didn't lose them. They didn't lose the light machine gun. Had to find again. Straight at the support weapons. Could take them out. Could be a big one there for Fortune. Field gun crew. Oh, survives alongside the Max, and that was some filthy light there for Educated. They were able to wipe it out. They could have gone for it with the Panther, destroyed it. Panther squad, they need to retreat. Still need to head up on the west side and east side. Need to grab points. Then again, he should use the Ostrom alongside some counter-attack tactics to sweep up all of this. T-34 from 6 away for Educated. Still, Fortune seems to have broken Educated stranglehold. There you go. We got counter-attack tactics. Panther moving ahead here. Gonna need following up with Pack as well. Back here, troops reinforcing. Panther hanging back. 18 kills, halfway to 22. Almost got the car point rendered neutral. Need to fall back. He needs to retreat the Grenadiers. Might want to bring up another machine eventually. Moving eastwards over the Ostrom. Very good, very good. Machine being folded up there. Grenadiers moving in. T-34 halfway done. Should also move into the cemetery thing there. We got 326 rather than 74. Constant being heavily suppressed there. Gun 10 artillery here on its machine gun. Got response there by Educated, looking to silence the fascist weapon of war. Panther there with 3 kills. Eyes 2 with 22. Close to 22. KB8 they're being fixed up. 1 kill so far. T-34 joining in. And the east side here, point being secured. West side, we can see there Educated moving up his forces. And there we go. KB. Oh. T-34 from 6 out there for Educated. Grenadiers Panzer sending out. Grab the eastern nations here with the Osttruppen. Car point being hit again. I suppose you could hit back with a Panther soon enough. Catch the shock troops and they've wiped them out. Panther almost good to go. They're very close to veterans. 1 T-34 charging at the lone Ostrom squad in the east. Fortune probably wants to bring up another Panther to support the first one instead of get armor superiority that way. If you're feeling desperate, we try and back it up with a Puma, but I think he needs something more mobile in terms of armor. I don't think a Sturmpanzer would be a very good choice at the moment. Fighting around the center, Ostrom trying to the country is not a good gauge. Panzers are flanking here, doing macro there, 27 kills, 828. T-34 moving in there, opening up the Panzers, need to retreat them, Buxu. Pack shoots, get a good in the T-34's next Panzer lead squad, down to 2 men, need to retreat. Finding this east or west here. Panther are good to go. If we get close enough to land a good barrage. Retreating units caught up with each other. And there you go, Panther moving ahead according to Mark from Mom. But there you go, good hit on the T-Fed force from 6 Panther, gaining veterans who won. Need to get the Panther to the front line. 4 vets. Knock the front. Pioneers probably should hit the car point. We got mines going down here, pretty bold. Close to the enemy, but not necessarily bad. Ground the western car point with an MG42. Panther was still hanging back. 3 kills in that Panzer campaign. Maximum into the line of fire the machine gun and the Ostrom. Panther moving forward to the front line once more. Ground the car point there with Pioneers. Where will he shoot the barrage? Well, will he unleash hell? Guessing out of the maximum the field gun here, the targets. Field gun, there's a target here, does some damage. Wipes the field gun actually. Very good there for Fortune, though not entirely use a weapon, in which case we'd exploit it, I think. With some support there, also, maybe not as false, actually heavily scattered in the west here. We got Cinder Silicone in the point, he makes him about to get wiped out though. K8 going for the Grenadier squad or Pioneers, and these could move up the Panther to deal with the K8 here. Maybe just supposed to wait for the K8 to get in the line of fire of the Panther. Close fetch need 2. On the west side here, troops being pushed back. Maxim wiped out here by Fortune. 26 kills on the Panzerwerfer. Very, very close fetch need 2. Panther pushing back the KV8, not pursuing. We got close fetch 2 on that Panther though. Very close fetch need 2. Troops are healing reinforcing. Seizing the southeastern point here with the Osthopen. IS-2 rolling through the center, not fully repaired. Troops are healing reinforcing. T-Fiddle is being repaired. There's 2 sneaking about. Panther almost good to go again. Panther advancing for the Fazland. There we go, going to flank the IS-2. Good hit there, good hit. Katyusha rocket launching again for Educated. I imagine this time around he's more cautious with the rally point. Yup, he's placing in Simon's base. Panther gaining Betsy 2 there. Schützen added. Armor and health increased. IS-2 there. Oh, shoots and misses. Field hasn't been accrued. And these 10 machine guns are awesome defending the point of that cover. They are pretty much just toast versus the conscripts, in particular Ace conscript with a certain man out in the open. They need cover, at least have a remotely fair chance of actually winning that one. A realistic chance, I suppose, would be more accurate to put it. Fixing up the Panther here. Gonna just swing in. We got Panther there. Could catch the shock troopers here. He's close, going to be able to call in another Panther. Shock troopers taking heavy damage from all the machine gun fire. There we go. T-Phillips moves to line of fire. The Panther, the Panzerkampf 5. Shock troopers routed. Katyusha almost done. Good hit on the T-Fid force from 6 heading for the western point. We got 313 versus 134. And these versus conscripts, light machine guns versus, well, not so light machine guns, or machine guns at all. Panther force on the T-Fid force from 6. Panther being hold force on their Fortune. Looks like he's aiming for another Panther, and certainly 2 Panthers here. Could possibly something that could win him the game here versus Educated, unless he mishounds them or Educated pulls off one hell of an armored assault. Did not deal with the field gun. I feel that's a mistake there of Fortune. Generally don't want your opponent to have an anti-tank gun, and particularly not the field gun, since that's really difficult to clear out. A lot of the time anyways. Got the Panther, got the 30 kills. Panther firing. Unleashing hell again. Rockets firing. He's firing to the base, having to get lucky. A lot less efficient amount of notes compared to some of the other barrages there. Did gain Metri 2, but overall less effective. Panther there. Slowly approaching Metri fleet, being pushed back a bit here. Direct hit from the Sis-3 on the Panther's frontal armor. East side of him, the car bomb. We got 13 versus 125. Victory point ceased. KB advancing a 30k once more. And Panther need to retreat. You can go for another Panther now. Definitely should go for that Panther. Then I think you should get a bit more aggressive versus Educated. Try to get a bit more on the offense. To shatter the Bolsheviks. We'll see what he actually does. But it certainly seems like he's going for another Panther, in which case he definitely should. I mean, 2 Panthers might actually give Educated a bit of a hard time. But so far, the Fortune is not quite going there. So not entirely sure what Fortune is planning. Also, he's getting victory points back. In fact, he's quickly bleeding out victory points now compared to Educated. But he's still got a lead. That can now quickly change. We've got mounts being laid down here by Educated. Good work. Heading for the eastern point again. Very consistent mounting by Educated. Mostly flares, but still consistent. Still nothing going on in Fortune space. Still no second Panther. That sounds like a bit concerning. Got shock troops against the Grenadiers. Need to retreat those Grenadiers before the shock troops tear them apart. Heading for the west point. Not a lot of counter-attack tactics here. Okay, going for the machine gun there. Panther weaving about here with infantry. Pioneers going for the assembly to get retreated there. Still a sound digital tank here for Fortune. What are you doing, Fortune? Get that. Panzerkampfwagen 5 to support the first one. Now the intended artillery barrage here. Probably around the point here. Up to disrupt Fortune's point here. Shock troops pushed back with the Panther. Half 8 of 83. Rockets going down here from Educated Katyusha rocket launch on the west side here. Ostrom forgotten and wiped out here. I said wiped out. There we go. Pups under fire here from the R2. Panther moving in. Good hit there. Very close. There's, I think, to eventually within the ace level. Still no additional armor. Seems like Fortune's forgotten about it. Like he's might be too frantic to call him frontline action that he's forgetting about. There go another, you know what? Calling in 2 Grenadiers. Scores his ace Panther and his light machine gun annihilated. A staggering blow. No additional armor called in. Relies just on a single Panther and the Panther to stop the IS-2. Shots bounty had landed at the target weak point there, but can't quite follow up there. KB8 taking hits. Icon has been straight to the line of fire there. Panther and 40 Molotov there on the Pack 40 there. Panther very close to the 3K taking damage field there, trying to wipe out the Grenadiers, I think. Got it. Got it. Damage in the Panther there. The situation for Fortune is deteriorating. We get with the Panther almost got the IS-2 counter-attacking. Panther very, very close to the ace level here. IS-2 charging forwards. Needs to get the Pioneers in the Pack 40. There you go. Ace level Panther. Grenadiers could Panther fast here. Could destroy the IS-2. Possibly turn the tables in Educated again. There we go. Damage again. Right in front of the Pack 40 in the Panther there. IS-2 down. Need to quickly focus prioritizing the Panther. Need to get out more armor. Might even just want to consider calling in a command tank right now just to put pressure on the infantry and also just bolster the Panther, but need to get some Pioneers to fix that, except he just lost them on the Pack 40, unfortunately. Rather rough state. Fortunate to get the victory points. They need to use counter-attacks to speed up the process as well. Getting Pioneers there, very good. He should get 2 squads though. Machine gun being hauled forwards. Seems like Fortune may be a bit stressed out. At least his actions certainly appear like the ones that haven't played the game in some time, and suddenly is finding himself a bit caught off guard here by the frenetic pace of the game till the late game. Katyusha firing down there. Panther for good to go. 26 kills. Pioneers moving forwards, but he's not getting enough victory points. Down 183 versus 125. Educator remains control the battlefield here. Panther in dynamic repairs. Pioneers. Oh, needs to get back on that. He still needs more Pioneers and needs to get to those victory points. Also going for the Engineers. I need to get those victory points back. Schnell. Certainly feel like one issue of those whenever Fortune has been focused too much, I think, on the center. He's not put a lot of attention on this right or the left side, particularly the victory points, the fuel points. And I feel like that's also been, I think, one of his major mistakes. Also perhaps an indicator that, again, he might still be a bit rusty. Other machine they caught it by the shock troopers. Nice smoke grenade there by Educated, taking no chances. He could have tried for a regular grenade, clearing it out, but by going for the smoke grenade, he pretty much, no matter what he chose, the machine gun can't shoot his shock troopers for a brief while. So until called in around the exit of the base, but they got caught by the machine gun bunker. And I guess the Panther for there a bit as well, with his own machine gun. Panther halfway done. Shock troopers routed, got the western points here, but need to get the victory points down 144 to 125 his opponent. Educated setting up for another IS-2. Gunners engaging conflict. They need to go for the easier points, the one in the east, rather than I think the one in the center, which is where Educated's motive most of his effort. IS-2 again on the way there, about to hit for Educated in the Red Army. Panther almost on for Fortune. Assault in the center obviously not making much progress. I mean, the constant heavy cover. There we go. Panther barrage pretty close range, but there we go. Dodges it. Nice work, Educated. Fully wasted barrage for Fortune where he needs to make them absolutely count. Now we got the Katyusha barrage on the way here to try and take out the Grenadiers. More Grenadiers moving in here though. Tanks heading west of the point. Yeah, we got 118 versus 125. Fortune's Panther needs to get moving, and now need to treat those Grenadiers there. T-Fox moving in, also being blasted, machine coming up there. Situation for Fortune is looking pretty dicey. White, harsh loss. Panther setting out there, the ace. One of Germany's finest Panther crews sets forward for Deutschland to slay those who would oppose das Reich. Shoots and misses though. We got 102 versus 125. Troops aiming, forcing another Panther for fortune. Good, we need to get those points. Use counterattack tactics, I think, possibly to speed up the process. You can actually drive the Panther in front here just to throw down smoke with it. You can also use Panzer chase not just to cover the treaty with tank, but actually to cover up other units. Panther shooting again here. On the Maxim. Mine goes off. Maxim taking heavy damage, almost wiping the entire crew. Constant flank in here. Panther opening up the machine guns and the main gun. Pioneers in the fire here from the IS-2. Panther trying to crash, but we get nothing to do with the IS-2 instead. Shoots and doesn't look like it hit. Panther number 2 almost done it for 14. He's rough released on victory point, which is wide open at the moment. Field gun there, being hauled off by Pioneer. Also, actually, machine gun there, good to go. Machine being outmaneuvered here by educated conscripts. We got the second Panther out for fortune. He's dumbed it down to 72 as 125. Can fortune push through? Can he break his opponent? Can he win this? 11 kills in the Panther. Second Panther moving up here for fortune. If only gone for that second Panther sooner. Panther hosing down the conscripts. Need to keep the Panthers together, I think. 13 kills in the Panther. Second Panther moving up. Still not going for the Eastern victory point. We got 51 versus 125. Seems like Fortune is suffering from some severe television against educated. And I imagine education no chance to line. You know, discover that. Going here from KV8 with the Panther on the east side. He's getting the victory point down to 42 versus 125. Almost got the KV8. Ace Panther cannot spot the first one. Looking dangerous here for Fortune. Panther firing going down. Forcing with engineers. Almost got the KV8 with that. He's risking losing the Panther. He still needs to get the victory point. He's got 30 versus 125. Panther falling back here. IS-2 taking some damage. Charging at whatever he's got, but it feels like a bit too late here for Fortune. A bit too late. 21 versus 125. Panther shoots, misses. Ace Panther rolling ahead there. The engine barely functioning. Other Panther got a damaged engine as well. The IS-2 down to half health. Field gun moving ahead here. Constantly being the host down with machine gun fire. Chief in front of the Panthers and the packs gets destroyed. I mean, right now, Educated is a much smaller force than Fortune, but Fortune's inability, oh, not inability, but forgetfulness about the victory points pretty much means he can't exploit this. And with this, it's GG. So there we go, game over. Fortune was actually really close to winning this, but again, his television in the late game, his lack of oversight there, and again, the ability to quickly get out that second Panther thing is sort of what's cost him the game there, because he just lost out all the other victory points, all the other resources. He had a tendency, I think, overfocus on the center victory point. But also just not getting out that Panther as soon as he could to back up the first one, I think also hurt him. I think had he had two Panthers out fast, he'd be in a much stronger position. So still an interesting and certainly interesting strategy. 14 was really close to working out, but at times there was issues with the consistency. Again, I would say they boiled down to just being rusty with the game, and even then, I would say he played quite well for someone who's rusty. So I mean, quite well down to the Fortune in the end. Educated just was more stable, much more consistent. Last was able to close out the match. So it was really close, and had he been able to hold the victory points better, he would have won this. Like if he'd been able to drag out the match further, he would have won, but he couldn't. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for another episode.